back to the most number professional sports channel on YouTube. Welcome back to Swivel Chair Sports. I'm your host, Zach Circleberg Burkle. Here's my host today, Aaron, Joe, and Siege. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
Hey guys.
And
All
hello.
right. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. So, in this video, we'll be talking about the upcoming game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers coming up this Saturday night at 7:15 p.m. Central Time, where the 49ers will be playing their first playoff game as they host Green Bay. Green Bay, I think the youngest team since like the 70s to win a playoff game, as well as being the first 7 seed to ever win a playoff game since the playoff format was expanded to 7 teams per conference. Um, really, Jordan Love looked like he's been, through this a million times, though, super poised in the pocket. Meanwhile, on the other side, you got the San Francisco 49ers, who may feel like they have a little bit of unfinished business after Brock Purdy went down with an elbow injury last playoff run. Um, Aaron, what are your thoughts on the 49ers? Do you think they'll have any sort of rust showing in this upcoming matchup with the youngest team in the playoffs?
Um, I don't know about rust. I mean, that's always the question, but I don't know if you can ever really chalk it up to rust, whether they just play well or not. I think that's, kind of another thing. Teams, everybody's got a bye week. Everybody views the bye week as a positive thing. Time to rest up. I don't know why it changes when all of a sudden we get to the playoffs, but I think this is an interesting matchup. I think everybody's kind of aware of the Shanahan fourth quarter, playing from behind stats. So I think if Green Bay goes into the fourth quarter with a 7 point lead, I think Green Bay's got a really good chance of winning that game. But I don't know if I see it. I think I like the 49ers in this one.
Yeah, definitely going to be a tough game for Jordan Love and company over there in Green Bay. San Francisco has a lot of playoff experience on that side of the field. Their quarterback may only be going through it for the second time, but I got a lot of team or a lot of players left over from that Super Bowl run they had in 2020. George Kittle, um, who's their left tackle? I'm blank on his name right now. Shoot,
Williams.
Trent Williams. Trent Williams. Thank you. Um, so obviously they've got a lot of players who've been there, done that. Packers not so much. Their offense, I believe, was the youngest offense in the league this year, and I think just overall team, I think they were like one of the 3 or 4 youngest teams overall in the league. So um, obviously they don't have a lot of players with playoff experience. Do you think the lack of playoff experience could be something that kind of limits their potential in this game, Siege?
I don't know if it's necessarily playoff experience. Yeah, they have a young team. They look really good. I don't know if that, like the experience part, necessarily plays into this game with how dominant the 49ers defense has historically been. So I think I don't know if it's necessarily a what am I trying to say? Experience thing for this game. Jordan Love has looked really good. It's going to be interesting to see how the Packers go and attack the 49ers defense. But I mean, alluding to my prediction later, I don't think the Packers are going to be able to win this game. I don't necessarily see it. Oh my gosh, I'm stumbling. I don't necessarily see it being close either. Um, so, but yeah, I don't necessarily think it comes down to an experience thing in this one.
Yeah, I know. In the Packers offense, they do have obviously their running back Aaron Jones has some playoff experience, having been through a lot of playoff battles with Aaron Rodgers back in the day. Um, Still sticking around after a few years there. Uh, and I've seen that usually when they get Aaron Jones up and going, the Packers have a lot of success. That seems to be kind of an indicator that they're going to have a good game, as if Aaron Jones can get it going early. That makes the play action obviously much more dangerous for Jordan Love. Get Jaden Reed involved in the running game as well. He's really good dual threat, receiving and running the football. Obviously, you got Christian Watson who's starting to get healthier. He had a decent game this past week. I think he played. And then Romeo Dobbs had an incredible game. He just seems to be getting better by the year. But Joe, what are your thoughts about the Packers' young offense? Do you think they may have enough firepower against this San Francisco team? Because obviously San Francisco is also a team that can kind of score at will, but they could also, with that defense, kind of keep the other team from scoring at all. So, what are kind of your thoughts on the Packers and whether they can get it going offensively against this 49er defense?
I think they have a shot. I think San Francisco's main focus is going to be stopping Aaron Jones. I agree with your point. Like, Aaron Jones has really gotten going the last 3 weeks of the regular season, and it's carried into the playoffs. And when he's good, the offense is just that much better. Obviously, it
Mm-hmm.
helps out the play action pass and helps out Jordan Love and all the young guys. So, um, I think they're gonna have their shots. I think they're gonna have their chances to get some one-on-one matchups, maybe take a couple of deep shots. And they have the guys that can do that. I'm with you. I think Jaden Reed's the dog. Romeo Dobbs is coming along. He's real good. They just got Christian Watson back, and I know he's been the most inconsistent of the three, especially with catching the ball and then obviously injuries. But I mean, you still got a guy with 4.4 speed at
Mm-hmm.
6'3" out there. That's a if you can get him with the mismatch, I don't see a reason why you're not trying to take a shot to him and stuff like that. So they have it. I think they have the big play chances. Um, gonna they're gonna have to capitalize though every little time they get because with that San Francisco defense, you're not getting much chances.
Yeah, and the Packers aren't exactly known as a great defensive team. Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator, has been criticized a lot by Packers fans specifically. That defense has, not been very good at keeping other teams from getting into the end zone. Uh, However, I know Alexander has been out for a decent amount of the season, so that could have something to do with it. Him being probably their best defensive player overall, but definitely their best secondary guy. Um, you hope Rashawn Gary can get to the quarterback uh, this weekend against that 49ers offensive line. It's going to be tough. Obviously, the Niners have one of the best lines in the league. Brock Purdy also seems to have pretty good pocket awareness for being a seventh round pick. He's also, like I said earlier, been here, done that. He's won a divisional round playoff game. Uh, and he probably had a torn UCL for half of it, so that's saying something. Debo Samuel's back fully healthy. He's going to be a threat. George Kittle's going to be a threat. Christian McCaffrey's the best running back in the league. Um, Brandon Ayuk has gotten it going the second half of the season. Like, this Niners team is as scary as it gets. And that's really just talking about the offense, not even talking about the defense with Fred Warner and all those other guys. Uh, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure for this Packers team, as a team that just was lucky to even make it into the playoffs, squeaked in as a 7 seed, was able to knock off an unprepared Cowboys team that just didn't honestly look like they took the Packers seriously. The Packers came out swinging, and the Cowboys just kind of laid down and died after that. So
Trash.
you don't expect the San Francisco 49ers to act like that. You expect them to, if they get hit in the mouth early by the Packers, they're going to respond right away. Um, Hand the ball off to Christian McCaffrey, throw the ball to Debo Samuel, throw the ball to Christian McCaffrey and hand the ball off to Samuel. Um, there's really no telling what that offense is going to do. They can go so many different ways with the football, which is what honestly makes them so dangerous. Uh, but with that being said, we'll go ahead and get into our predictions for this game. I'll start with you this time, Aaron. Who do you got, 49ers or Green Bay Packers?
It's by 10. I think they're just a little too much for the Packers this round.
Yeah. It's going to be tough for sure. Siege?
I got the 49ers. I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they'll probably get ahead early and then just run the ball to kill clock. I could definitely see that happening. Joe, who you got?
I'm going Niners. I'm gonna go 2 scores. I think it's gonna be a tight 3 quarters, but I think the fourth quarter, I think they keep it 2 possessions or more.
I'll be the odd man out. I'll go with the Packers. I think they win a close one here. Kind of like you said, Aaron. I think that if they get out ahead of the 49ers going into the fourth quarter, then they got a real good chance at winning this. I think they probably go into halftime. We'll say tied. I got a good chance. I got a good feeling they'll go into halftime tied. Green Bay Packers come out with the ball to start the second half, score on their first drive, makes a good stand on their second. Niners punt, Packers go into the fourth with a 7-point lead, and just kind of ride it out from there, come out on top winning, we'll say by 4. I think the Niners kick a field goal early in the fourth, but then, can't do anything else after that. So I got Packers by 4.
Damn, you get the script leaked to you or what?
Yeah, Jesus
Maybe.
Christ. You basically just picked every play.
We'll find out. We will find out. But unless y'all got anything else, I think that'll do it for this episode of the most unprofessional sports channel on YouTube, Swivel Chair Sports. I've been your host, Zach Circlebird Burkle, here on the coast today. Aaron, Joe, and Siege. Go ahead and say bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
All right. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Other than that, deuces.